Okay, it's back to school for college students. You know, move-in day is next week for both Oregon State University and the U of O. Students moving into dormitories and, of course, off-campus housing. And this is the same time of year when police often see a spike in break-ins and burglaries. Joining us live right now in studio, we have Sergeant Lisa Barong with the Eugene Police Department. And first of all, overall, this particular year to date, we are seeing an increase in residential burglaries.
We are overall increase year to date.
But actually, this past week, a slight decrease.
Slight decrease. That can change week to week, but year to date, we are up.
And of course, this is the time of year when people move in. What kind of advice can you give to students moving in? Obviously, in your dormitory, you may not be as nervous about a break-in, but what tips can you give to everybody, really?
Well, again, because it's back to school, we have not just the students, but overall general, we have an increase typically in residential burglaries because all of us, our schedules start to be more predictable again. So now talking about the students, first of all, those who live on campus in the dorms, less likely of break-ins. So they're in a better situation, but they still need to be careful. The students who really need to be careful about residential burglaries are those who live off campus. You know, those high concentrated student population areas, whether it's over near Kinsrow Commons, if it's the circle around campus. The criminals target these students for a couple different reasons. Sometimes it's the first time the kids have lived away from home. So they're not as used to taking those extra precautions to protect their property and their residences. The other thing is that you have multiple students living together. So for instance, the roommate situation.
Yes.
One roommate heads out to class and thinks that the other roommates are still home so they don't lock the front door.
You gotta communicate. You have to communicate.
And if you just have the standard of I'm always gonna lock it, whether we're home, we're not home, whether, you know, whatever the situation, then you're going to be less likely for that fluke to happen where you've left a front door unlocked when actually nobody was home.
And it's not just students. You're saying we all have this, like teachers are going back to school.
Yes.
Parents are now, the kids are not at home. They're maybe running more errands. To be alert.
Yeah, it's just a more predictable time. You know, during the summer, we all come and go. Our schedules are more different. And so as we head into fall, a lot of jobs are related to the school year. And so it just makes a lot of our schedules more predictable. Kids, parents, we're all leaving in the morning to go to work and school, you know, more faculty's back to work and that type of thing. So it's all of us that need to be aware that the burglars are aware of this and to take those extra precautions to protect our homes.
And this was kind of interesting. We talked about last week, the trend that we have seen is that when burglars do break in, it's because they're going in through an open door or an open window.
Yes, and the majority, a huge majority of our burglaries are from unlocked or unsecured doors and windows. The other thing for people to keep in mind is it's daytime. A lot of people think burglary, oh, well, that happens at night. Actually, much less percentage. Daytime burglaries are the most common from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Again, during those school hours where such a large number of us are away from our homes.
Right now, at home. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you again next Thursday with more tips from the Eugene Police Department.
Great.